Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another Gunpla review, and today I'm taking a look at this. If you've been finding that your Gundams are getting a little bit sick of walking and need an alternate mode of transport, then you can get one of your own down there in the description at HGBC Japan. So yeah, this right here is definitely interesting. When I first saw this announced, I thought, well, that looks like it could be quite cool. But that's when I thought it was regular bike sized, not clown bike sized. Either way, let's have a look around the box before busting this open. So it seems like in the box we've got 3 different fronts on this guy that can be stored there on the stand. I guess this is the standard mode. And apparently it can change into 2 different types, which is basically the mini bike style and what is some kind of crazy Segway. It seems to connect into the Gundam's butt, which makes sense. You know, it'll hold it in there, but that's a bit ridiculous. And of course it can be used with other high-grade build divers kits, including the Ogre G and X and around onto the other side there, we've got a little blurb about the machine rider. I'll throw that up so you can read that. And this will cost you 1,200 yen? Woo! They gotta be joking. That is more expensive than the 00 diver itself. Anyway, on busting this thing open, we've got 4 separate bags in here. As you can see, that's not a lot for 1,200 yen. I guess you're paying for the novelty. With no effort or panel lining or anything like that, this will take you only about 30 minutes to put together. That right there is everything that comes in the box. So what we get is the bike itself, the stand, as well as this alternate part for holding the bike, and those 2 alternate front sections. So that means we have a choice of 3 in total. As for the colors in here, the main color is the green there. This really reminds me of the grays. Actually, the full aesthetic of this thing really does remind me of the grays. As well as that, then there's the gray, the black of the saddle and tires. All 3 front sections include a clear part for the headlight, windscreen. All in all, it definitely does look unique. The 3 fronts there give it all a different kind of aesthetic. None of them look quite as ridiculous as the one with the big articulated arms. Personally, I like this one the best. And with this on, it doesn't look half bad. That's until you realize it's tiny. As for attaching the mecha on, it is a little bit awkward because it's so compact. And I'll also mention before doing that you only get 1 set of handlebars for all 3 fronts, so you're going to have to keep switching them out as you're using them. Also, there is a ton of hard points all over this. All of these are your standard 3mm holes, so that does mean it is pretty awesome for customization as well. So of course this thing has quite a bit of articulation as it does transform. This is the standard mode, which is called ride position, and the Gundam Segway looking mode, that's called stand position. And to do that, it's extremely simple. Using the front with the long articulated arms, it's just a bunch of twisting and bending till it looks like this. However, I have to admit this looks absolutely ridiculous, even more ridiculous than the mini bike. And all I can say is this thing right here just has to be, absolutely has to be a joke. It's both awful and amazing at the same time. Also, I will mention, in order to ride this thing, whether it's in this mode or ride mode, you have to use this little adapter here, which pops in here like so. And then that peg right there literally goes up the Gundam's butt. So that is it for the review, and all I can say, the main down point to this I feel is the price. For 1,200 yen, there's plenty of actual serious kits out there which are pretty damn good. That's the high-grade 00 Diver, high-grade Leo, among a bunch of others, including a lot of Iron-Blooded Orphans kits. So I really do feel here you are paying for the novelty. But with that out of the way, this is a really fun and ridiculous little thing. I think Bandai are just kind of going for the silly factor right here, and you don't necessarily have to use this with just your Gunpla. You could use it with any action figure, Figma, etc. But then again, it is pretty small, and I think that is a little bit of a down point too. But if it was bigger, it wouldn't be ridiculous. And I guess that right there is the major part of its charm. But anyway, if you want one of your own, check out that link down there in the description. Of course, as always, make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews, and I'll see you next time.